Heather is doing a no-no. Heather! Heather asked a multiple question Ask Misty, and it usually jumbles them and I can't find them. But I actually think I found hers. They are in sequential order. Dear Misty, I love your channel and I have a problem for you. It's going to be a long one. I'm a straight girl, 27 years old. I recently met a guy who is bi, 23, and I'm fine with that. I feel like he really might be gay though. We've discussed it and he says he feels like he will end up with a woman. I asked if that's what he wanted because he felt he should, or maybe he actually just wanted that. He said a little bit of both. He says he wants the whole wife and kids bit. First off, he's quite feminine, and he thought he was gay for 5 years before he even dated a woman. I wouldn't necessarily assume he was gay just if I saw him, but just feminine. I'm not really into stereotypes generally, but I do have a lot of gay friends. Second, while his parents totally haven't shunned him, they aren't exactly accepting either. He is from the Midwest, a religious family, and can't help thinking he's just trying to keep them happy. Because we haven't been together but for a couple months, and he's always bringing me around his family and being overly affectionate in front of them. We do have great sex though. And I realize he might just be really excited about us and want his family to know me as well. Is it possible that he truly is bisexual and I'm just scared? I have met a lot of gay friends and most of them say they probably wouldn't be able to stay hard for a woman, but some say they could and have. He told me this was the first time he's been with a girl who's actually cool with his bisexuality. I feel that I could fall for him, but I just can't get past my hang-ups. It's not as simple as just talking to him though, because he insists he is bisexual. And I don't want to look like I don't trust him. I do. I'm just not sure he knows what he wants for sure. Thank you, and sorry it's been a 5-part question, Heather. Heather! Oh my gosh, you are in a conundrum. My mind has gone all over the place just even reading your question, and it's so long I don't know how to go back and find and start over. Alright, first of all, is it possible that he could be truly bisexual? Yes, absolutely. Bisexuality, is that a real thing? Absolutely, definitely, 100% I believe that it is. We do not live in a complete world where everything is black and everything is white. I believe that we're all somewhere in between. The part, however, that scares me for him is that he lived as a gay man for 5 years. And when his family did not give their approval is when he started bringing you around and throwing you in their face. That's the red flag for me. Most bisexuals that I have encountered that truly do seek out women identify in a black and white world. They identify on the straight spectrum. They've never been gay, but they might have sex with gay guys, or they might have sex with trannies, or they might experiment around, but they do identify, generally speaking, as straight. I've been with many guys who are married with kids and wives and girlfriends and just get their little kiki on the side. But they have no intention of ever leaving their wives or whatever. Now, me personally, I was engaged 3 times to be married. And I did it because of religion. I did it because of my family. I did it because I wanted to be normal. And I too wanted a wife and kids. I secretly still want kids, but I believe in my heart and soul that I can have kids with a man. I don't think I need a woman for that. But to find a man that truly loves and accepts me as my walking freak show will be unique and different and weird and hard to find. But as for you, living in the Midwest with a bisexual man who came out of the closet as gay and then went back in the closet as bisexual is the only red flag I have. What I'm going to say is that red flag, it really bothers me that he's overly affectionate in front of his family. For many years, gay men have been having beards. Well, of course, actual beards make you look masculine and butch. But women, gay men have been wearing women as beards for many years in that especially in Hollywood. Like, for example, people talk about Tom Cruise, and he had a beard. Ricky Martin even had a beard. A famous actress before he came out. And it's something normal that when they're not ready to accept themselves or the consequences of their actions, that's when they need a girlfriend. However, you say you have an amazing sex life. And therefore, it leads me to believe that he is bisexual. Yes, your gay friends are right. They could be hard for girls. I know lots and lots of gay guys that have had sex with women, and some even have kids. And the thing about the penis is once it gets hard, until you're much older, when he's only 23, I mean, if you get your dick hard, it's going to stay hard, whether it has a vagina or an ass or whatever. Stimulation feels good. I remember in college, I had a lesbian, we were at a party, and a lesbian was like, blah, 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 blah. And I don't remember how it ended up happening, but a lesbian started to give me head. And I got hard. And she was sucking my dick. And all of a sudden, she's like, I thought you were gay. You're blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I thought you were a lesbian. By the way, of course I'm going to get hard. Your mouth is on my dick. Bitch, I can cross my legs and get hard. I can think of math and get hard. I could, when the wind blows, I could get hard. When you're young, you get hard for stupid reasons. And sex is not a stupid reason. You could definitely get hard. But your gay friends that say a woman doesn't turn them on, so they think they couldn't get hard. But if they're put in that situation where there is physical stimulation, it's going to happen. I've been with straight guys that are like, oh, I want to be with you. I think you're a beautiful woman, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think I could get hard with you. Mama. The elevator has never been, the elevator always rises to the occasion. So you could definitely be a gay man and have sex with a woman. And you could definitely be a straight man and have sex with a man and stay and get hard. I don't know, Heather. This is a really tough question for me because I want to tell you, yeah, he can be bisexual. Totally go for it. Let your heart loose and be happy. But at the same token, I think I have the same fears as you in that one day he's going to leave you and say fuck it to his family when he's old enough to not care what they think and be like, you know what? Sorry, Heather. I just fell in love with this really hot guy. And that part for me is really tough. Is it going to happen? I don't know. So what I'm going to tell you is, you know the saying, seize the day, do it. If you are happy with him right now, stay happy with him right now. Live your life. This question is so complicated for me. But what I'm going to tell you is seize the day. Live like an alcoholic, one day at a time. Meaning, if it's not broke, don't fix it. If you're really happy, if you have an amazing sex life, if he treats you right, why fix it? That being said, I don't know if I would plan any kids. I don't know if I would plan any marriages anytime soon. I would just enjoy what's happening while it's happening. And I think in the back of my mind, I would always be afraid or wondering if he was cheating on me. And if he did or does, is when I'd be like, peace. Whether he cheated on you with a man or woman, because I don't know, I'm still a helpless romantic at heart. And if I'm in a relationship, I want to be all you need. And if I'm not all that you need, then maybe we don't need to be together. And it really does concern me that he's extremely affectionate in front of his family and likes to flaunt you in front of his family. I don't blame him. I've been there. I've wanted the same thing. I used to show pictures of pretty girls from my college, even before I had fiancés, to my family. Like, look, this is my girlfriend, even if it wasn't. Granted, I was off to college and they couldn't meet them. I wasn't able to physically flaunt them until I had fiancés, but the desire to be normal and a part of society, like a traditional part, is very, very real. I don't blame him for wanting that. My only problem is it could take you down with him. Oh my God, Heather, I don't know how to answer your question. Except for seize the day. Live one day at a time. If it's good, ride it. If it starts to get bad, leave it. But again, I don't know if I would really make any long-term plans right now. Wait a while. Let him prove himself for a couple years and be like, I don't know. Heather, this question's hard. You stumped me. But yes, if you're happy, stay happy. You deserve, no matter whether you're in a man relationship or woman relationship, you deserve to be happy and with somebody that respects you and makes you feel special. Relationships are all about bringing out the best in the other person and making each other and fulfilling each other and just being better together. And if that's what your relationship is about, keep it. No, there's no reason to end it. But yeah, I don't blame you for your questioning. I too would be a little suspicious. But I don't think I would let him know you're suspicious. Because you've talked about it already. And the mere fact that he did admit it's a little bit of both is another red flag that, you know, like for example, before I came out of the closet, I came out as bisexual for a couple years. Never had sex with a woman in my life. But I was bisexual because I was testing the water to see what people would say. And a little bit of both. Maybe he just wants to fit in with his family. He wants love and acceptance from his family and religion and God. And there's a lot of reasons to want that. And I don't blame him for that. As long as it's not dragging you down. I know a lot of gay guys that have wives, and they usually date overweight women because overweight women are usually insecure and don't expect to be seduced or loved. And they don't really know, because in high school, fat girls aren't having all the sex. And a lot of times fat girls don't know what an active, healthy sex life is. So it's easy to date a fat girl because they're not, oh my God, he doesn't love me. You know, so if you have a great sex life, if you're having sex on the daily, especially it's only been a couple months, you should be still having sex on the daily or several times a week. And if you are, good. I don't know, Heather. I just wish you eternal happiness. And I do think that it could be with a bisexual. But I think you definitely need to talk about the open relationship thing. Would it be with a bisexual in an open relationship or with a bisexual in a closed relationship? And make sure he understands what you both agree. If it's in an open relationship, then he could be married with you and a wife and kids and fuck all the guys he wants. But do you want that? And will he be having safe sex with all these guys? Lots of questions. Anyways, Heather, wishing you lots of luck. Loving you, Susie.